Thank you for joining us at 11. I'm Amanda Hall.
I'm Chris Safadi. We'll hear from Russ in just a minute. In the past 2 hours, new incredible video you'll see only on Wink News shows 3 people running from that plane as it's engulfed in flames.
Is there anybody else in there?
Yes, our pilots.
Are they alive?
We haven't, I don't know.
I need to come on.
You heard them say the pilot's still in there. Also breaking tonight, all 3 of those people who survived that plane crash that ran out of the plane are out of the hospital tonight. Physicians Regional tells Wink News their doctors treated them and sent them home.
Wink News anchor Russ McCaskey joins us live for team coverage tonight. He and our reporters have been speaking with people on and around the scene all day long, from a woman whose car was hit by the plane to eyewitnesses and aviation specialists. We start with Russ, who was anchoring when the news broke. Russ, run us through what happened.
Amanda, I'm about a quarter of a mile from where the plane crashed at I-75. It's just behind my right-hand shoulder here. Perhaps you can still see some of the emergency crews on site. They're going to be here for a while. It's dark now. It's calm now. Far different scene from this afternoon when there was smoke, there were flames, and there were moments of despair. Right at 3:15 Friday afternoon, anchor Nicole Gabe and I were on air when we got word that a plane had crashed on I-75.
Not every day you see this. This is a private plane.
First in the newsroom, pictures from the scene. Then we started getting video, horrifying images of a fuselage engulfed in flames. Eyewitnesses called in to give a first-hand account as to what they saw.
Saw it slam into the side of the highway. People were stopping and trying to approach it, but it was fully engulfed.
The Challenger 600 twin-engine aircraft had 5 people on board. It was coming from Columbus, Ohio to Naples. Just before the pilot was scheduled to land, he alerted air traffic control to a catastrophic problem.
Lost both engines, emergency. I'm making an emergency landing.
As terrible as this disaster is, as awful as the video looks, it could have been much worse. We know there were 5 people on board the plane. 3 miraculously made it off and survived. Unfortunately, 2 people did not. That video of those 3 people running away from the plane is really just incredible. Now, it wasn't just smoke and flames that flew up in the air. There was also debris, and Wink News reporter Liz Byro joins us now from the home that's closest to where the plane crashed in Maribel Lakes. So, Liz, how far did debris fly?
Russ, that debris from the plane probably flew a good quarter of a mile. Right behind me is the sound barrier off of I-75. This accident happened between exit 105 and 107, and that is exactly where we are right now. You can see behind me, crime scene tape has been set up by the Collier County Sheriff's Office because debris was all over this area. They've collected a lot of that now, but neighbors all over who rushed outside when they heard that boom are just grateful for a lot of things tonight. That backs up to the interstate, you think a little traffic noise will be your biggest problem.
And it's maybe another 150 yards or so, and thank God for that barrier.
Tonight, Javid Kapadia is grateful for the sound barriers for another reason, and grateful his kids weren't home Friday around 3.
Yeah, I was upstairs getting ready to go to the gym, and all of a sudden I heard an explosion, or sounded like an explosion. My house shook.
Kapadia ran outside to see these billowing clouds of black smoke and a smell so strong he could taste it.
Maybe about 150 yards or so south of my house, and I just started smelling jet fuel. I thought maybe it was an oil tanker or something like that that exploded.
He and other neighbors still shook up, walked through Kapadia's backyard toward the smoke and up to the sound barrier. A portion of it now sliced in half. They would come to learn a plane's wing did that.
At first I couldn't even tell what it was. It was just a cloud of smoke, and I just saw the landing gear. So I couldn't even really see the plane because it was just on fire and it was just so much smoke.
Parts of the plane, oxygen tanks, scattered deep behind his home. But he isn't just fortunate for that sound barrier.
Very, very fortunate, especially for that pilot who really did everything he could to save lives on the ground. Because imagine if he was just right over that barrier. That could have been one of our homes right over here. Could have been our home. Could have been these homes right back here.
And all those neighbors rushed outside, met up in Capadia's backyard, walked up to this sound barrier, seeing the billowing clouds of smoke, and had no clue that they were going to find an airplane, and all kinds of traffic stopped. Now again, all of that debris from the plane has now been cleared, but everyone tonight is still just feeling a little shooken up with everything that happened today. Now I'm going to toss it back over to Russ for an update on the traffic.
Yeah, Liz, absolutely remarkable that everyone in that home, that neighborhood is okay. Such a close call. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the traffic because there's a late breaking development on that about 8 o'clock tonight. They opened the northbound lanes. You can see some of the traffic over my left shoulder. That's great news. The southbound lane still closed, going to be closed most of the day tomorrow at least, and maybe later than that. Of course, we'll keep you up to date. When that clears, we'll let you know. Reporting live in Collier County, Russ McCaskey, back to you.